I feel like I'm coming apart here. I want to yell out, but I just can't dang diddly do dang do damn diddly darn do it.
Ned Flanders is one of the nicest characters of basically every show ever, but trust me when I say nobody would want to be in his shoes. His life just feels like a tragic comedy, where everything in his life collapses and everyone exploits his kindness. Yet, he is able to stay composed. Like the time he was literally shot twice because Fat Tony and his mobster were after Krusty the Clown, but it was just Homer dressed as him. Despite getting almost killed twice, he was able to still be thankful.
Keep a Bible close to my heart, huh? Oh, lucky I was wearing an extra large piece of the true cross today. I think I'll go inside.
After Snake Jailbird drains the Simpsons' bank account from a computer while robbing an internet cafe, Homer vows to earn the money back. Unfortunately, his go-to form of financial recovery involves breaking into and stealing items from the Flanders home.
I'll get us the money, even if I have to get a second job.
To make matters even worse, Ned catches him in the act, and during their discourse, it becomes apparent that Homer burglarizes his neighbor's house almost every time he faces money problems.
Evening, neighbor. Low on funds again?
Yes, sir.
Add in the show's recurring joke of Homer constantly borrowing and never returning Flanders' stuff, and it becomes evident that Homer has a parasitic relationship with the man next door. When everyone finds out that a hurricane will soon strike Springfield, Ned was the only person prepared, sadly. Only his house was destroyed.
Well, sir, everyone's alive. Guess that's something to be thankful for.
Now, that kind of attitude's not going to get your house back.
While Homer takes a mid-afternoon nap in the backyard, the winds pick up. Lisa finds out a hurricane will soon strike Springfield. She alerts Homer that a hurricane is coming. Panicked residents gather supplies and food, and even secure their houses. But Ned remains calm as the main storm approaches, having fitted his home with a large tarpaulin to keep it hunkered down, and invites Homer to his bunker, but he sends him to hell. As the Hurricane Barbara hits the town, the Simpsons do their best at family bonding in the basement. They even struggle to get back inside when they get caught by winds surrounding the hurricane's eye.
I don't remember a bowling alley being there.
The storm finally passes, and everyone is overjoyed and surprised that the hurricane caused absolutely no damage to their home or anyone else's, except for the Flanders family next door, whose house has been totally destroyed, and making it the only structure in Springfield to be destroyed by the hurricane.
Everything will work out if you have faith.
Ned and his family emerge from the rubble, clothes torn and hair disheveled. Ned is glad that his family survived, but they are now homeless since they lack homeowners insurance, Ned having considered insurance as a form gambling. And all that remains are their tombstones, the only possessions that were still intact.
The family tombstones. They're all we have left.
Well, call us if you need anything.
The Flanders family took refuge in the church's basement, with Rod and Todd getting new clothes from the donation bin.
Look, Daddy, Todd is stupid, and I'm with him. And now Mommy's stupid.
Maud reminds Ned that while today has been hard for them, she reassures him that they will be okay, since the Leftorium will still be in business once things clear up. Unfortunately, a news report accounts of the storm's aftermath, showing that he also got his store robbed.
And this rampaging mob. Try looking in the back. Meantime,
Feeling pretty down, he seeks some unhelpful answers from Reverend Joy, but is just useless as he just tells him to stop being melodramatic, so he asks if is God punishing him.
ooh, short answer yes with an if, long answer no with a but.
Ned tries to find solace in the Bible, but all he gets is a paper cut. He tries asking God directly why he is being punished when he has done everything said in the Bible. He even mentions that he has always been nice to people, doesn't drink, dance, or swear. He ends his rant that he is coming apart, and that he wants to yell out, but couldn't do it.
I feel like I'm coming apart here. I want to yell out, but I just can't dang diddly do dang do damn diddly darn do it.
The following day, in an attempt to show the town's solidarity, Marge commissions everyone in Springfield to rebuild the Flanders home. Marge takes Ned and his family to their newly rebuilt house. The job is completed in record time, the house appearing like it used to be. Ned is overjoyed, but upon entering, he notices that the thing is ugly and poorly done.
Come on in! It's your master bedroom! Ow, my nose!
As Homer asks how much Ned likes the house that Love built, He taps on the front door, and the entire structure collapses again.
What do you think of the house that love built? Oh, shoot.
Overwhelmed and dismayed, Ned tries to clean his glasses, but they break, which proves to be the last straw. Driven over the edge and finally pushed too far, Ned initially tries to calm himself down, knowing that everybody had done their best, although terribly.
Hell, diddly ding dong crap! Can't you morons do anything right?
Unfortunately, he is unable to control his emotions after trying to stay nice, and his temper finally explodes, furiously screaming in front of everybody about their failures, shocking the entire crowd. As they felt his outburst was the last thing Ned would say, he proceeds to have an angry meltdown, calling out and ridiculing several people for their flaws and issues he has with them.
Here's a catchphrase you better learn for your adult years. Hey, buddy, got a quarter?
I am shocked and appalled.
He continues insulting everyone, taking out his anger by being the last of all, the person who considers him the worst of all, Homer Simpson.
Homer, you are the worst human being I have ever met.
Hey, I got off pretty easy.
After that, Ned storms off and drives away as the townspeople of Springfield stare at him and whisper to one another in shock, leaving his family behind, with Maud becoming worried and horrified by her husband's uncharacteristic rage. Ned turns on the radio as he blissfully drives himself to the Calmwood Mental Hospital. There, he tells the receptionist everything he did and asks to be admitted. A nurse recognizes him and calls Dr. Foster to let him know where they have him.
I'll come right over. And may God have mercy on us all.
When he arrived, Ned recognizes him. The doctor asks how he was as a child. He tells him he was a good boy, so the doctor shows him a tape so he can see what his past was like.
Take that, Dick! Ned, stop it at once! Stop it!
It turns out Ned was quite aggressive. His parents didn't believe in discipline, as they believe in freedom and all that. So they took him to the psychiatrist, where they applied an experimental treatment that consists of giving him 8 months of continuous spanking, repressing his emotions.
How do you feel about me?
Pretty darn diddly doodly good.
Although it cured Ned of his bratty behaviour, it worked so well that it made him unable to express his anger at all, and resulted in his trademark nonsensical jabbering when he's close to losing his temper. This caused Ned to unknowingly repress his anger until it built up inside him for 30 years, so obviously, at some point, it had to explode. Now, Dr. Foster enlists Homer to help Ned learn to appropriately express his emotions, as Homer is the person who Flanders harbours the most resentful feelings towards.
Mental hospital? I don't know any Ned Flanders.
The man who lived next door until his house blew down?
Oh, him!
When he arrives, they explain that he is so irritating that will be useful so Ned will not be able to repress his emotions, and teach Ned to release his anger in healthy doses. But nothing manages to bother him.
I engaged in intercourse with your spouse or significant other. Now that's psychiatry!
As Homer questions if he really likes everything, there must be something he hates. Ned mentions that he has been frustrated over the post office's lack of customer services all the time, and continues to open up, comes to the conclusion that he hates his parents for the lack of discipline he got from them over the years, resulting in them turning to someone else to do it for them.
I hate the post office. That and my parents. Lousy beatniks.
Suddenly, he feels like a weight has been lifted from his shoulders, and Dr. Foster declares he is cured. Ned tells everyone that he is all better now and will express his feelings and acknowledge when he is upset.
If you really tick me off, I'm gonna run you down with my car.
Another time, Holmes stole Ned's flowers to create his float. To make it worse, he also salted the earth so nothing could grow in Ned's garden again.
Did you have to salt the earth so nothing would ever grow again?
Yeah.
Homer has a lot of hidden musical talent. Unfortunately for Flanders, Homer uses that talent to ridicule him in a hit song during the episode, Dude, Where's My Ranch? The song is unambiguously titled, Everybody Hates Ned Flanders. The lyrics openly mock his faith, family, and work.
Smiling mustache kid who walks with God.
When the family does Christmas carols, they reach the blue-haired lawyer's house. He wrongly tells the family that they can't sing Christmas carols unless they pay a royalty. In response, Homer makes the lyrics for his own Christmas carol. Later, Ned Flanders comes in and tries to help Homer, until Homer kicks him out.
There's a stranger in the manger and his name is Love. Take it, Homer.
Homer finds new inspiration in an anti-Flanders song.
Their stupid neighbor, he's Flanders and he's really, really lame.
He plays the song at Moe's Tavern, and when a famous producer comes in, he likes the song so much that he wants to produce and record the song. Everybody Hates Ned Flanders becomes so popular. Even Flanders himself likes it, despite the public ridicule.
Like Ned Flanders or his creepy little offspring, Rod and Todd.
That's us! Hooray!
As we saw some minutes ago, what Flanders actually hates the most is his parents, and it's not nice when Flanders becomes jealous when his laid-back parents start to prefer Homer's company over his.
Whoa, this room just got a whole lot cooler.
This frustration builds up when Ned catches them smoking inside. Ned ends up punching Homer.
I didn't know you were left-handed.
One morning, Flanders does what bothers Homer the most, behaving like a good neighbor, thing that for some reason Homer hates. He invites the Simpson family to a barbecues party at Ned's house, and Homer sits this one out. But the minute he smells the delicious barbecue being served, he forces himself out of the jealous rut and starts panting like a dog. He crashes the party and eats out like a pig, and good old Ned doesn't mind it one bit.
Hey, Homer. Okay, thanks for coming.
Homer reluctantly stays at the party to feast on the undeserved food. Ned announces the new change in his life, and he reveals to everyone that he is quitting his job and is going to open a store just for left-handed people. Homer thinks this is a stupid idea, and he even tells this harsh truth to Ned.
Sounds like a pretty dumb idea to me.
Despite the rudeness of his pathetic neighbor, Ned decides to break a wishbone with Homer. And what better wish than to wish for his absolute downfall? As Homer gets the winning bone, he laughs manically and very disgustingly. Later on, Homer visits Ned's new store. Homer can see the place is bound to fail.
Flanders, have you sold anything?
Not yet, but one of the mall security guards took a good long look at a left-handed ice cream scoop.
Homer has now begun gloating about Ned's empty business to his family as well. His fat ass can't help but revel in Ned's misery. He keeps returning to the mall where sadly Ned's store is just deserted and depressive. Even the local bullies won't steal from his store. During the week, Homer comes across people who would actually benefit from Ned's store, but he just remains silent. Ned selling his stuff for a really cheap and desperate price, and the best neighbor in the world manipulates his struggling neighbor into selling all of his stuff for a super cheap price. And Homer does this after toying with the man and practically forcing him to beg.
Bye-bye!
All right, Homer.
$20?
$20.
No, I don't want it.
What?
Marge and Lisa judge Homer for his disgusting behavior, but their complaints fall on deaf ears. Homer is having way too much fun, but like all good plans, Homer's joy from seeing Ned in misery fades away when Homer realizes that Ned has to close his shop for good, and to make matters worse, Homer tries giving Ned all of his stuff back, but he finds the Flanders family camping out in their car because they are homeless. Ned tells him that his entire life is now ruined. Homer really feels bad, and decides to tell Ned the truth, but it is too late for Ned. He can only see his own misery.
Even the good book can't help me now.
Why not?
I sold it to you for 7 cents.
Oh.
Homer then decides to take matters into his own hands and tells Ned to keep his store open in a desperate attempt to undo his own curse on Ned. Homer tells all of his left-handed friends to visit Ned's store. And what do you know? Ned is surprised to see his store full of actual paying customers, and it's making record sales, although even one sale will be a record. Ned manages to save his store. Homer acts like he just saved the day, even though he is the one who caused the problem in the first place. Just like usual. There was this one time where Ned was too nice to allow everyone inside his bunker, so all would be safe from an impending apocalypse. But when it got too crammed Bet, who they didn't let stay inside his own shelter.
Flanders is the only useless person here. If anyone dies, it should be him.
After vandalizing the school's new weather balloon, Bart, as usual, is punished by helping Skinner with his sky watching at 4 in the morning. Skinner hopes to find something which he could have named after himself. Bart messes with the telescope. After flailing the scope around on its tripod, Bart looks through it to discover a comet outside the Earth's atmosphere. Apparently, the comet is most likely heading for Earth and is going to decimate the town. Springfield officials plan to launch a rocket at the comet, leading to relief and arrogance among the townsfolk. Springfielders stay to watch the rocket, but it misses and blows up the only bridge out of town, leaving the townsfolk doomed. They all choose to go to a bomb shelter. However, the only one in town belongs to Ned Flanders, who is too nice to refuse them, and the bomb shelter gets too cramped, and the door won't shut.
We all know the one thing we won't need in the future. Left-handed stores. That's you, Flanders.
After discussing for a little bit, the inhabitants, and mostly Homer, agree to evict Ned from his own shelter after discussing who would be unnecessary in the new world.
I'll scream when the comet gets here.
Oh, I'm coming with you, Nettie.
No, sweetheart. You stay here because...
Okay.
Feeling guilty about sending Ned to die, Homer leaves the shelter, even though he was the one who proposed the idea of kicked him out.
Christ, I'm disgusted by all of you, especially his children.
The group of people abandon the shelter and join Ned outside waiting for the comet to strike and singing what he sang after being evicted from his bomb shelter. The comet hurtles towards Springfield, but starts to deteriorate upon entering Springfield's atmosphere, which is full of highly toxic pollutants, gradually shrinking to the size of a chihuahua's head, and everyone is safe. Now we go to probably the saddest moment in Ned's life, the loss of his wife. Homer has acted weird around Ned Flanders a few times, drunkenly eyeing her at a party in season 2 and ignoring her on several occasions. But nobody foresaw how Homer would inadvertently play a part in her unexpected death on the show.
Bobby pin.
Maud?
A new speedway has been built and is opening that day, much to Lisa's dismay. The family goes to the racetrack and are surprised to meet the Flanders family, who have come not to see the race, but because Ned admires the safety equipment the racers use, and Maud likes the fresh air and looking at the poor people in the infield.
Dang, Cletus, why'd you have to park by my parents?
Now, honey, these my parents too.
Not long after the two families sit down, a squad of cheerleaders is giving out free t-shirts by firing them from hand cannons into the crowd, and Homer demands one.
Nettie, I've had about all I can take of Homer Simpson's torso. I'll get some hot dogs.
He takes off his own t-shirt and waves it around, which irritates Ned and Maud, who are seated right behind him. Needing a break from Homer's antics, Maud goes to buy some hot dogs. Homer draws a target on his chest and finally gets the cheerleaders' attention. The cheerleaders send a full salvo of t-shirts in Homer's direction, but rather than catch them, Homer gets distracted and bends down at the last second to pick up a bobby pin. The t-shirts hit Maud instead. She falls to the ground several stories below. Ned anxiously looks over that Dr. Hibbert is at the race, but he's unable to do anything except to pronounce her dead. At Maud's funeral, Reverend Lovejoy eulogizes.
Maud was always there, and we thought she always would be.
Everyone shows their condolences for Ned's loss with their strange way.
What, nothing, she was hot. What, you can't take a compliment?
Hot, you monster!
Bedtime arrives and Homer walks Flanders home and says that is natural feeling this sad.
Hey, that's my sprinkler.
It's natural to feel that way, but the sprinkler is gone. It's time to let go.
They all go to sleep, but suddenly Homer hears someone throwing rocks at his window. It's Ned, who couldn't sleep and wants to talk to him. So Homer is there to show some good emotional support.
Last words to Maud were no footlongs.
Yep, it would have been a lot better if you'd said I love you or you're special.
Ned is beating himself up for letting his wife go get those hot dogs when, finally, Homer takes a little bit of the blame.
I'm the one who provoked the lethal barrage of t-shirts. I'm the one who parked in the ambulance zone, preventing any possible resuscitation.
Feeling incredibly sorry for Ned, and relatively responsible for Maud's death, Homer attempts to help Ned find a new partner and secretly makes a videotape of Ned to submit to a video dating service, in his usual bumbling fashion.
Punching in his ATM code? Or keeping clean in the shower.
Homer!
The days continue and Ned feels completely alone, but thanks to the tape, Ned gets a few dates via the dating service, but none of them go well. All this situation makes Ned doubtful about God's plan. One Sunday morning, Ned says he does not want to go to church because he doubts the Lord for having taken Maud.
That's right. And I may not go to church tomorrow.
Guilt-ridden, he later rushes to church, apologizing out loud to God the whole way, and arrives just in time to see a Christian rock band starting to perform. Ned likes the song and finds himself attracted, both physically and spiritually, to the lead singer, Rachel Jordan. After the service, Ned helps Rachel load equipment into the band's van and strikes up a conversation with her. It turns out that the attraction is mutual, and Rachel suggests that she and Ned get together after the band gets back from touring. Ned smiles and says, "Maybe we can."
My name's Ned Flanders, and I'm here every week. Rain or shine.